What if I told you that in the early 20th century, the wealthiest people per capita on the planet were not industrialists in New York, but members of a Native American tribe in the heart of Oklahoma? This is the extraordinary story of the Osage Nation. After being forcibly relocated from their ancestral lands to a seemingly barren reservation in northeastern Oklahoma, the Osage made a discovery that would change their destiny forever. The rocky, unforgiving terrain they had been given was sitting on top of one of the largest oil deposits in the United States. This was their underground reservation, as black gold erupted from the earth. Immense wealth flowed into the tribe. The Osage had shrewdly negotiated to retain the mineral rights to their land, establishing a revolutionary system known as head rights. Each of the 2,229 original tribal members received a share or head right, which entitled them to a portion of the royalties from the oil production. This system transformed them almost overnight into millionaires. Archival photos from the 1920s captured this golden era, showing Osage members draped in fine furs, living in mansions, and riding in chauffeured luxury cars across the dusty plains. This unimaginable fortune, drawn from deep beneath the earth, would soon cast a dark and bloody shadow over the Osage Nation. But beneath the veneer of prosperity, a sinister legal framework was tightening around the Osage people like an invisible noose. The U.S. government, declaring many Osage incompetent to manage their own fortunes, assigned white guardians to control their funds. This system, meant to protect, became a tool for exploitation. In the shadows, men like William Holey, the self-proclaimed king of the Osage Hills, watched with a calculating gaze, his ambition a poison seeping into the community. These so-called guardians would dole out meager allowances from the Osage's own vast wealth, treating the rightful owners like children in a humiliating display of power. The Osage were trapped, their fortunes legally held hostage by the very people plotting to steal them entirely. It was a system ripe for a far more sinister exploitation, one that would soon turn from financial theft to systematic murder. The scheme was as simple as it was diabolical. Marry an Osage, gain access to their head rights, and then eliminate them. A wedding celebration, once a symbol of hope and union, became a harbinger of doom. For many Osage, these vows were not a promise of a shared future, but the signing of their own death warrant. In the oil-rich Osage Nation of the 1920s, a sinister shadow fell across the land, centered around Gray Horse and Fairfax, Oklahoma. It began with individuals like Anna Brown, whose melancholic gaze hints at the tragedy to come. The killings escalated from subtle poisonings to the deafening chaos of bombings and shootings. A reign of terror descended upon the Osage, protected by a chilling wall of silence from corrupt officials, as seen in the smoldering ruins of the Smith family home. In the early 1920s, as a reign of terror gripped the Osage Nation, a new kind of law enforcement was about to be forged in the crucible of justice. At the helm were two vastly different men, Tom White, a stoic former Texas Ranger, and a determined young director named J. Edgar Hoover, who saw the case as a chance to prove his Bureau of Investigation. This investigation would become the agency's first major homicide case, defining its future and legacy. White knew that a traditional approach would fail in a community poisoned by greed and fear. He assembled a team of undercover agents who seamlessly blended into the fabric of Osage County, posing as a cattle buyer, an insurance salesman, and an oil prospector. His men worked in the shadows, painstakingly gathering evidence and earning the trust of locals while navigating a world where a wrong word could mean death. Their covert efforts slowly began to unravel the conspiracy. The investigation culminated in the sensational trial of the mastermind, William Holey, a powerful rancher who called himself the King of the Osage Hills. Court documents from the proceedings revealed the damning evidence pieced together by White's team, securing a landmark conviction that shocked the nation. The trial not only brought a measure of justice, but also showcased the effectiveness of federal law enforcement. Though the convictions brought an end to the reign of terror, the scars on the Osage people remained. The case, however, transformed Hoover's small bureau into the modern Federal Bureau of Investigation, a powerful national police force. From the ashes of this profound tragedy, the FBI was born, its identity forever shaped by its first, and perhaps most critical, test of character and capability.